Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. This is day 29 of 30 days of lockdown yoga, and I am bringing you a strong and stretchy Vinyasa Flow class. So we're going to be doing a lot of strengthening postures, but they're going to give you a wonderful stretch out at the same time. So it's a really nice way to work out the body because we are strengthening the muscles and we're stretching them, which is what we want to be doing. So go and grab your mat and we will get started. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to stay updated. I'm posting out a new video at the moment every day at 6 a.m. for these next 30 days, which means tomorrow will be the last one. But I will have more up my sleeve for you. So stay tuned and leave me a comment below because that helps my channel out a lot. Thank you. Okay, my lovelies, just make your way down into your child's pose at the end of the mat. This is where we're going to begin our practice. Keeping it nice and relaxed. So let there be a little bend into the elbows. As you exhale, let your forehead sink into the mat. And allow any tension that you might be holding in the face, in the shoulders, in the upper body to completely melt away on that exhale out. Bringing awareness to the breath. Not changing it in any way, just observing the inhale and the exhale. And set an intention to keep this awareness of the breath with you as you move through this practice. On your next inhale, just start to find some more length through the spine to see if you can walk the fingertips away and lift the elbows off the mat. Just find 3 more breaths here, deepening your child's pose. Hands and knees stay where they are. On an inhale, drawing forwards. Belly drops down to the mat as the chest opens. Inhale. Exhale, round. And slowly sit back down towards the heels. Finding 2 more. Inhale draws you forward. Belly drops down towards the mat as the chest lifts. Exhale, rounding the spine. And sinking back to the heels. 1 more. Inhale, draw forwards. Belly drops, chest opens. Exhale, rounding. And sinking all the way back to the heels. Next inhale brings you forward into tabletop, so knees come underneath the hips. Toes tuck underneath, exhale. Downward facing dog. This is our first downward facing dog, so take some nice deep breaths here. As always, bring in any movements. My favorite is just to walk out the dog, so little bends into the knees one at a time. And this is just a wonderful way to iron out any kinks that might be in the body. And then slowly from here, start to walk your hands in towards the feet. So you might have to bend the knees. We should be at the end of the mat, finding our ragdoll. So you can fold the arms or hold the elbows, let the crown of the head drop. Completely letting go into the upper body again. Head nice and relaxed and heavy. And if you've got that rocking motion going, just rocking to stillness. And from here, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the back. You can always use a strap and hold it hips width apart if you're feeling tight through the shoulders. Let the arms drop all the way up and over. And just see if you can start to bring little bends into the knees one at a time. Don't worry if keeping a bend into both of them is enough. You are listening to your body. And as you start to bend into the knees, you can begin to twist the shoulder to draw down towards the knee. So you start to open towards the side slightly. The head still heavy and relaxed. We're just working deeper into the backs of the legs and starting to find an opening through the shoulders. Slowly returning to stillness, but keeping the fingers interlaced behind the back. Tense the glutes slightly. Inhale is going to draw you up into a chair pose. So we're not coming all the way up to standing. We're keeping a bend into the knees. We're rounding into that lower back. So we're taking that arch out. We're drawing the navel back towards the spine, squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're going to see if we can lift up onto the toes as we inhale. So starting to test our balance. Keeping the gaze fixed at one spot. And slowly lower the heels down, straighten out the legs as you exhale to fold. We're going to go again. Switch the glutes on, inhale, slowly draw up to chair. Holding strong, inhale, lifts the heels off the mat. Exhale, heels lower, fold all the way forward. Let those arms follow. We've got one more. Inhale to chair. Holding for that exhale. Then inhale, lifts those heels off the mat. Holding a little bit longer this time. Drawing up, brace the wobbles. Drawing up those heels. You can do it. As high as they will go. Exhale to fold. This time release the arms. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Either hands to the shins or fingertips to the mat. Walking out high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, stack the hips. Drop your right heel to your left glute. Exhale, slowly draw your right knee to touch your right elbow. So we're floating into plank. Hold. And then press all the way back and up. Open up the hips again. We do this 2 more times. Exhale, knee to elbow and hold. Inhale all the way back and up. Open up the hips. Last one. Exhale, knee to elbow, hold it. Inhale, opening up through the hips. This time left foot outside of the left hand. So we're in our lizard pose, but the back knee is lifted. We're slowly going to rock forward and backwards, pushing through that left heel, whilst relaxing the hips down. So we're warming up into the front of that left hip and to the inside of the right hip. But we are staying up on the hands, gripping through the fingertips, so we're starting to build some strength in the upper body and in the legs. On your next inhale, holding in stillness, sweep the right arm up. Gaze up towards that right thumb, still staying squeezed up through that left leg. We're taking it to side plank on our left side. If your wrist is starting to hurt a little bit, you can always drop down to your forearm And we can take side plank many different ways. You can come and stack the feet on top of each other. You can take your left knee down. If you want a challenge, you're either going to hold your right knee as you draw back to side plank, or peace fingers round the right big toe and we extend the leg. We're going to hold here, whichever variation of side plank you are in, squeezing up the hips. Well done. 5, you can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've got hold of the toes or the knee, slowly step that foot top of the mat. Otherwise, just bring that right foot to the top of the mat. Lower all the way down to the left knee. Take a couple of breaths here, hands framing the right foot. Gently relaxing the hips forward, the weight of your body resting over the thigh. Nice deep inhale and exhales, breathing into the hips. Exhale, leave the foot where it is as you draw your hips back, half splits, pulling those right toes towards you. On an inhale, we're tilting the tailbone up behind us and drawing our belly closer to the thigh so the chest will open. Big exhale, forward fold over that right leg. Take some nice deep breaths here. This can be quite an intense one. Slowly bending into the right knee. Left hand stays down as we reach back for our left foot with our right hand. Just finding a deep quad stretch through the left leg. If this is too much, you stay in your low lunge, you grab a strap. And what tends to happen is the hips draw back, so as you exhale, relax them all the way forwards. One more deep breath here. If you can squeeze that heel in a little closer. And then gently release. Hands frame the right foot, back toes tuck underneath. Press your palms together, inhale, high lunge. Gazing up towards the thumbs. Testing that balance. Exhale, hands come down, frame the right foot. Back leg lifts, standing splits. You can use your right hand round the back of that right leg to draw you in a little closer. Well done. Slowly bring both hands to frame the right foot. Step back with the left toes. If you can, float out through 3-leg chaturanga. Draw your right leg back. Keep it lifted. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. We're switching sides. On your next inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, stack and open the hips. On your exhale, left knee, left elbow and hold. All the way back and up. Inhale, stack the hips. Exhale, knee to elbow. Hold it. Inhale, all the way back and up, stack the hips. Well done, we've got one more. Exhale, knee to elbow and hold. Inhale, stack the hips. This time, left foot outside of the left hand. Stay lifted through your right knee, and we're rocking forward and backwards. Really grip through the fingertips of the hand and press down through the knuckles. So try not to let your weight rest in the heel of the hand. It's just going to help our wrists. So from here, we're taking it into our side plank. So you can drop down to your forearm for forearm side plank, or we go staying on the right hand. So you can stack the feet on top of each other. You can hold the left knee, or you can hold the left big toe. Slowly coming back. We want to squeeze up the hips as far as they will go. Holding strong here. One, well done. Bring that left foot back to the top of the mat, lower down to your right knee. Pausing here, let your hips relax forward, body resting over the left thigh. Take some nice deep breaths into the hips. Leaving the left foot where it is, exhale, draw the hips back. So we find our half splits. Inhale, lengthens the spine, opens the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Just pausing here, breathing into any tightness, any discomfort that we feel in the back of that left leg. Inhale, slowly move forward back into our low lunge. So from here we can reach back and find our quad stretch. Left hand finds the right foot. Use those props if you need to. And try and relax the hips forward as we stay here for a few more breaths. Slowly letting go of the back knee. Hands framing the left foot. Back toes tucked underneath, knee lifts. Inhale, lifting up to high lunge, palms pressed together. Send your gaze up towards the thumbs. And then exhale, hands frame the left foot, standing splits left side. See if you can take that left hand around the back of the left leg to draw you in a little closer. Slowly bring both hands to frame the left foot. Step back with the right toes. See if you can float out 3-leg chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to our last downward facing dog. Take some few final big deep breaths here. See if you can find any more length in your down dog. And send the gaze to the hands. You're either going to step or you're going to jump to seated. So jumping to seated, you want all the weight to be in the hands, little bend into the knees. You're going to float forward across the ankles and see if you can land lightly. Well done. From here, we're going to extend the legs. So you can take your time to get into our boat pose. This is where that strength comes in a little bit more. So hands staying at the heart center, we're gonna lift those feet up, keeping the feet in line with the knees. Just take a moment to find your balance. If you want more of a challenge, you're gonna straighten out into the legs. We're gonna lower down and exhale, lower back presses into the mat. Inhale draws us up, hands to heart center. You either bend the knees or you keep them straight, much harder straight. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going, you can do it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. This time we lower and we rock. Tiny little rocks. You can hold the thighs, which will help. You should feel that core. Switching on. Just keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming all the way into staff pose. As the legs are extended. We're going to sweep up on an inhale, arms high. Big exhale, forward fold. So you can reach for the backs of the knees, or you can find the feet or a strap. And once we've found something to hold on to, inhale, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulder blades down the back, open the chest. Try and keep this length through the spine as you exhale, forward fold. If you find any pulling into the lower back, which I sometimes feel, just keep your chest open and lifted. Focus on shortening that distance here, rather than pulling the head down. I'm going to stay here for a little bit and give the hamstrings some time to release. Find one more deep breath here. And slowly rolling up on your inhale. And then rolling all the way onto our backs. Bring the knees with you. Hug them in. So it's just going to be nice to release the lower back. Take a nice little rock. And you can keep this rocking motion going with the hands on the knees, or we find our happy baby pose. And we can keep that rocking motion going. But as we're here, we're closing the eyes, we're relaxing the face. We're slowly winding down for our final pose for our Shavasana. So choosing now how you wish to find Shavasana. You can bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open, or extend all the way into the legs. Arms either side of the body or hands resting onto the belly. Just give yourself this time to let that flowing energy in the body settle. The settling of this flowing energy creates feelings of calm, of peace, and of stillness. Just for these next couple of minutes, knowing that right now there is nowhere else for you to be, nothing else for you to do. When your mind wanders, which it will, you just guide it back to the breath, to the body, to the mat, to this present moment, to the here and now. Now slowly start to bring some gentle movement back into the body. If the knees are open, just let them draw back together. Maybe give them a gentle rock from side to side, or hug them in once again. And in your own time, coming back to seated. The hands come to the heart center. And today we are going to close our practice with gratitude. So I just want you to take a moment to list in your mind 3 things that you feel grateful for. And just feel that feeling of gratitude within the heart center, right in the chest. And send that feeling of gratitude that you have to yourself. Thank yourself deeply for taking this time out, dedicating it to not just the physical body, but to the mind. Bow the head to the heart. Namaste.